Hey everybody, it's Leroy from Leroy Gaming, and in today's Baldurs Gate 3 guide, we're going to be looking at the College of the Swords subclass for the Bard. So if you want a support caster that likes to get their hands dirty in melee, this may very well be the option for you. In this video, we're going to cover features at level 1 of character creation, including ability recommendations. We're going to give you a full level 2 to 12 breakdown, and I'm going to show you all the spells available as you level up. I'm going to give you some general equipment recommendations and also my thoughts on multiclassing the College of Swords Bard. You can use the timestamps below to jump to areas that most interest you, and remember, drop a like and leave a comment below with your thoughts, feedback, and questions. And now without further ado, let's check out the College of the Sword Bard. Alright guys, here we are at level 1, and just like with all the other Bard subclasses, we start by getting 2 cantrips, 4 level 1 spells. We're going to get the amazing Bardic Inspiration. You get your own Bardic Inspiration points for this, and you're going to basically be able to provide other people with a bonus that gives you a 1d6 roll bonus to your attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. This will level up later to be 1d8 and 1d10. You're also going to get 2 level 1 spell slots. Now as far as your cantrip options, I'm going to mouse over all the cantrips. You will pick 2. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read any of the descriptors. And you also get arguably the most diverse spellbook in the game. You're going to get some spells from clerics and druids, some from wizards and sorcerers. In a lot of cases, the best of the best. So if you want some great spell options, you can't really go wrong with the Bard. Now as a Bard, your primary ability is going to be Charisma. You're going to have saving throw proficiencies in Dexterity and Charisma. Your hit die is 1d8 hit points. And you're going to have proficiencies with simple weapons, hand crossbows, longswords, rapiers, short swords, and light armor. You get to pick your own starting instrument, but really that's just for looks, and you can get any type of instruments as you level up. When it comes to ability points, we're going to want to do 8 strength, 16 dexterity, 14 constitution, 10 intelligence, 10 wisdom, and 16 charisma. Because we're going to be more in melee and potentially also using some ranged weapons, that high dexterity is important. Also as a reminder, just like the other bards, you're going to have a tremendous amount of choices when it comes to skill proficiencies. In fact, you can pick to be proficient in any skill, period. Now at level 2, you're going to get to replace a spell. You're going to get to add another level 1 spell. You will receive 1 level 1 spell slot, and you're going to get Jack of all trades. This lets you add half of your proficiency bonus right on top to ability checks that you are not proficient in. And then you're going to get Song of Rest, so you and your allies are revitalized as though you have taken a short rest. So basically, unlike any other group, you will get 3 short rests, basically every long rest instead of 2. Now at level 3, you finally get to pick your subclass, and you're going to choose College of the Swords. You will receive 1 level 1 spell slot, and you're going to receive 2 level 2 spell slots. You're going to get to pick 2 skills to become expert in, which is basically doubling your proficiency bonus in those specific skills. You're going to get to gain a spell, and now you have access to level 2 spells as well. Here are your level 2 spells that I'll mouse over. And again, feel free to pause to read the descriptors. Now you're also going to get a variety actions here. So slashing, flourish, melee. This does use one of your bardic inspirations, but it lets you to attack 2 enemies at once within a 2-meter radius. You can also choose to use defensive flourish for melee, and you attack defensively, increasing your armor class by 4 if you hit for 1 turn. You can also actually do this with ranged attacks. So again, if you hit, your AC goes up. You can also use your Bardic Inspiration for Mobile Flourish. You thrust your weapon with enough force to push your targets back 6 meters, and afterward you can teleport to the target. So imagine pushing somebody off a big ledge down below and then harmlessly teleport down to them to finish them off. And then you actually have Mobile Flourish for ranged as well, which is quite interesting. And you can also do Slashing Flourish, believe it or not, with a ranged weapon as well. That's where you get to attack up to 2 enemies at once. Now you also get to pick a fighting style. And this is a little different than what fighters and rangers get. You don't get nearly as many options. So you can either choose dueling. So if you're going to wield a melee weapon that is not two-handed or versatile. Remember, versatile weapons that can be held in 1 or 2 hands. So it has to be a pure one-handed weapon. If you have no weapon in the other hand, you deal an additional 2 damage with that weapon. And do note that you can use a shield if you are proficient with one in the offhand and still get this. Or you can get 2-weapon fighting, and with this, when you make an attack with your offhand, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of that attack. Additionally, at level 3, you also get weapon proficiencies with scimitars and medium armor, instantly making you more tanky. Now at level 4, you're going to get another level 2 spell slot. You're going to get another cantrip. You can replace a spell. You can add another level 1 or 2 spell. And then you can add a feat. Now, ability improvements will be great because you want both high charisma and dexterity. If you are going to be going for the dual wield setup, then dual wielder is great. It gives you more variety of the type of weapons you can dual wield, and it gives you a +1 to your AC bonus, which is great. Defensive duelist is quite good as well if you're going to go for the duelist setup. You are going to be using finesse weapons. Those are the ones that allow you to use dexterity instead of strength for your 2 hit and 2 damage. And when you do that, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your armor class. So it can, again, helps you get much more tanky. Now, because you're going to be casting a lot of spells and potentially have some concentration spells going, but you're also likely to be in melee, Warcaster is great in that case. You get advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration on spells, which is the main portion of this. Remember, anytime you take damage, you have to make a concentration check, and if you fail, you lose focus on that spell. At level 5, you're going to get 2 level 3 spell slots. You're going to get Font of Inspiration. You regain all your Bardic Inspiration after a long or short rest now. And you're going to get Improved Bardic Inspiration, so the bonus gain for Bardic Inspiration increases to +1d8. But do note, for this build, you may be using those points for the special attacks instead. You can replace a spell, but you're also going to get access to level 3 spells. And again, a great variety of spells from different spell books. At level 6, you're going to get 1 more level 3 spell slot. You're going to get Counter Charm. So as an action, you and any allies within 9 meters have advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened, and it does last 3 turns. You're also going to be able to replace a spell and gain another spell of level 3 or less. And last but not least, at level 6, you also get the extra attack. Now, normal martial classes get this at level 5, but normally casters do not get it at all. So with this, you can make an additional free attack after making an unarmed or weapon attack. And this works for melee as well as ranged attacks. Now at level 7, you're going to get a level 4 spell slot. You can replace the spell, and you'll get access to level 4 spells. And here are the options for you. Greater Invisibility is amazing. Basically, you can attack or cast spells while invisible. You have a chance to maintain your invisibility. At level 8, you're going to get another level 4 spell slot. You're going to replace a spell, potentially. You're going to get to add another spell. And then you're going to get another feat. At level 9, you're going to get a level 4 spell slot, a level 5 spell slot. You have the chance to replace a spell, and then you get to add a level 5 spell. Here are your options. At level 10, you're going to get another cantrip. You're going to get another spell, level 5 or below. You will also get the ability to gain expertise and 2 more skills that you're proficient in. Additionally, your bardic inspiration gets better. Now it's a plus 1d10. And then you finally get 2 spells from the magical secrets. Now, these are spells that are from cantrip level all the way to level 5. This will take a moment, so please be patient, but these are some of the best spells in the game across a variety of categories. So choose wisely, as this can be defining to your build. Also note, as we approach the cantrip category, this is one of the few ways that a non-warlock can get not only Hex, but also Eldritch Blast. At level 11, you're going to get a level 6 spell slot. You can replace a spell, and you get access to 2 level 6 spells. You can, of course, pick a level 5 or lower spell as well. And then at level 12, you're going to pick 1 more spell, level 6 or lower. You can replace a spell, and you're going to get to pick your final feat. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk equipment for the College of Swords Bard. Again, this is meant to be a much more hands-on bard. You do get access to medium armor proficiency, so you can get that better armor. Your dexterity modifier will max out at 14 unless you get the special armor that makes it so that there are no maximum penalties, and that's the armor I recommend you get. There's versions that are blue and then all the way through epics. I'm not sure if there's a legendary version or not, but those specific ones are made of a special material, and you get all the AC bonuses of medium armor, but you can have as much of a dex bonus for AC as you want. Also, there's no penalty for stealth. That's pretty much perfect for this bard. As far as weapons go, you can either use like a rapier, would be really good. Now again, the big thing is that you're going to want to have finesse weapons if you're going to go dexterity built like this. So sticking to finesse weapons, I think, is going to be the smart move. And depending on which fighting style you chose, either going a rapier, for example, and a shield, or a rapier and maybe a short sword, for example, or a dagger, could work really, really well. I highly recommend getting as many items that boost your AC. So, for example, Cloak of Protection, Ring of Protection, and so forth. Anything that will give you more spell slots will help out as well. You're going to have a tremendous amount of casting for support, either healing yourself, buffing yourself, allowing you to teleport, you name it. Extremely diversified. At high levels, you'll be able to, summon elementals, etc. So just any kind of items that are going to help you get more spells off since they're so powerful, or just giving you extra cast of specific spells will help out a lot. You can also get a really nice bow or crossbow since you have a high dexterity, and take advantage of your special abilities from range as well. Don't forget that all of these specific bardic abilities are good with melee as well as range attacks. So whether it's teleporting, adding to your AC, and so forth, you have options to do it either way. Very, very powerful. Now let's quickly talk about multiclassing. And it's a little tricky here because the Bard really gets a huge power spike at level 10. So the real question is, are you gonna pick up another class for 1 or 2 levels? I would say you can take 3 levels of Rogue and maybe pick up Thief to get an extra bonus attack. There's just a lot of ways you can combo with that. You already have pretty much the best spellbook in the game as far as diversity, so multiclassing with other casters, I don't know how effective that would be. I could see maybe a multiclassing with a Warlock could be interesting, and of course you can pick up a couple levels of Paladin. That could be hilarious because you are going to have high charisma. I've never seen a Dexterity Paladin before, but you could definitely pick up 3 levels and then utilize all these crazy spell slots for Divine Smites. That would be pretty funny. So those are just some of the ideas that you could play around with, but remember, just going all the way to 12 with this Bard is not bad either. You get some amazingly powerful spells, and you're not really missing out on that much if you're going to go melee, since you get up to medium armor. I guess you're missing out on a shield, so that's one thing that could be of interest. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of my guide for the College of Swords Bard subclass. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, drop a like. Of course, if you want to see more content from me, do subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for all your support, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.